You know how most people hate needles, right? Not like the sewing needles, but like you go into the doctor's office and he's like, I'm gonna jab you with this stupid thing. Yeah, people don't usually like those needles. I don't care so much about a needle that's giving me a shot. I care only about the needles that need to draw my blood. Like tomorrow, I have to get a good bit drawn out of my body for some blood tests. And I'm not looking forward to it. Back in the winter of 2019? Yeah, back in the winter of 2019. Yeah, that was, some of you know what was happening, and I'll talk about it at some other point. I had to get my blood drawn a lot to test my platelet counts. And that was not fun. That was when I truly realized that I can never give blood ever in my life. Can't do it. I'm a hard stick, and if you know what that means that you get your blood drawn quite a bit too. But yeah, there was one time I was at the doctor's office and legitimately I went full on gag mode. Like I could not help it. I was just oh god. And I was just feeling faint. I was sweating. And they had that door open to the waiting room, and the people out there just going, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on back there? And it's a good thing COVID wasn't around back then, because otherwise people would have been like running for the fucking door. But, yeah, not looking forward to tomorrow for the stupid blood draws. Does anyone else have that problem? Does anyone else like get weak when they have their blood drawn? Because if so, I'd love to know and know that I'm not alone. But this is the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Fat and Happy Show. Come on in, take off your pants and have yourself a bowl of cereal. A bowl of cereal? A bowl of cereal. Sometimes my words don't come out the way they meant them to. How does it feel to know that your father buys you a whole half-gallon of milk just so that way you can drink it? But he can't because it's fattening, and so would skim milk. And guess what? Skim milk is an abomination. Enjoy it while you can. At this rate, at the end of July, we're canceling the show. But I did get a new lead on something. Starting next week, gonna be pushing in a new area. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. But as for today, we have to do the holidays of the day. And for the holidays of the day, we have National Stress Day, which, if you didn't remember, does that make you stressed? Does that make you stressed that you didn't prepare for Stress Day at all? Oh my god. Oh wait, sorry. It's not Anxiety Day, it's just Stress Day. There's also World Snake Day, which can also help with Stress Day. The fact that those two land on the same day is kind of ironic. There's also Fresh Spinach Day, which has nothing to do with snakes or stress. And lastly, it's the most obscure holiday of the day, which is Get to Know Your Customer Day. Glad I'm not working today. Truth be told, we'll talk more about that kind of towards the end of the episode. But as ever, holidays, let's go ahead and get into that news of the day where we have some bad news. That's kind of funny. The bad news of today is that Twitter got hacked. Oh, wait a minute, though. Not the regular people, not the peasant people, but only those top verified people who have like hundreds of thousands of followers. You got hacked, bros. That little next to your name is meaningless. It just means I got hacked. How does it feel to be known now? Never has being not known on the internet felt so good. But yeah, Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and even Bill Gates all got hacked and had like weird random tweets sent out. I didn't see any of them. They already got deleted and fixed. But yeah, that's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. So we'll see if anybody else got hacked and if more accounts start posting these weird random things. But Twitter, what you doing? You got to protect your verifieds. But as for that good news of today, we got Walmart requiring face masks for all customers. And I can't agree with it more. And a lot of this is a bigger debate than I think it should be. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, well, the masks don't actually stop the spread of coronavirus, actually. Like, all they do is just restrict your oxygen flow. And to that I say, do a little bit more research. Because when you do the research, yeah, it doesn't completely eliminate it, but it helps. That's the whole thing. It helps. And in a world where we're just spreading it around like wildfire, do whatever you can to try and help. Any bucket of water would help to try and extinguish a fire. Unless it's an oil fire, in which case, just stop it. Just get out. Just get out. It's done. It's over with. You lost the house. But for real, like, masks help to slow the spread. And right now, it needs slowed. This is ridiculous how fast it's spreading. So no matter what side of the boat you land on, too freaking bad. You got to wear a mask if you want to go to Menards, Walmart, Kroger, I think got on board later. And heck, even my store is considering it at this point. So we'll just see what happens. I'm looking forward to the day where we're just all wearing masks like Japan has been doing for years. But let's go ahead and lighten up that good news and the bad news with a dad joke of the day. Where, remember, this is just a simple question. What do you call a Japanese chihuahua?
Food?
A konnichiwa.
Well, sayonara, because I'm leaving.
I'll let you decide if that's a good joke or not.
It's not!
But now for the pet photo of the day, where not really a name to go with it, but a description. Yes, we have this cute little doggo that goes by Furry Demon by its owner. She was asking, do furry demons count? And I was like, yeah, they count. All dogs are good boys and girls, but apparently this one's kind of a menace. It looks cute. Good enough for me. But alas, we are now into that 2 cents moment of the day. Now's the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents. One thing that's kind of hard to do in day-to-day society is to be a little bit more on the social side. And it's very, very hard to do what I'm going to request of you to do. Treat strangers like friends. It's kind of hard to do that, isn't it? You don't know a damn thing about these people. How do you do it? You can't treat somebody like a friend if you don't know their name. Well, start off by learning their name. Start off by something small. It could be simple banter. There was a person stocking on the shelf and kind of redoing the section. And I was just like, yeah, this is kind of awkward working in the same aisle as them and not saying a damn word. So I asked him a simple question. I was just like, hey, what section is the most unfun to do? And then from there, it turned into kind of a friendship where we just had some casual banter. Had a couple laughs, had a good time. You don't have to have a huge conversation, but a little bit of conversation can go a long way. Makes an awkward encounter into a pleasant evening. So literally, if you have a repairman, if you go to the store and you bump into somebody, treat them like a friend and not a stranger. Even call them bud. Or maybe that's just a Midwest thing. But give it a shot. You might just meet your new best friend. Jesus, drop that. But yeah, it's something so simple that not a lot of people do. And I hate that they don't. Everyone has to be treating each other like strangers. And the only two situations I would say, yeah, this is absolutely fine, is one, I'm going to add a third one in here. One, at the airport. Airport, people just want to get going to where they're going, and they're usually in a rush and on their cell phone, blah, blah, blah. Number two, bathrooms. We've talked about this before. We don't have bathroom conversations. Just don't do it. If you know them, it's kind of different. Don't do it with a stranger. It's just awkward. Number three, funerals. I really wouldn't go up to a random person at a funeral and just be like, yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, yeah, thank you. I don't know who the fuck you are. But just saying, like, if you're just casually shopping, or maybe you have that repairman come over, do some casual conversation. Even, here's the one that people never do, is when they're talking to telemarketers. If you get friendly with them, they'll probably help you out a little bit better, instead of going, I've been waiting on the phone for you guys for 3 days, and you guys have not called back, so what the hell's going on? They didn't do anything. Why are you starting out an attitude with the first person that you call? You get nowhere with that. So, make some friends. I think you'll go a little bit further in life with a little bit more happiness. And that's what this show is all about, being fat and happy, everybody. So, with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. Have a good night. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Should we take the time of this release from 6 p.m. and change it to 6 a.m.? It's a thought. I might try that next week, so be ready for that. let me know what you think to anybody who's actually still watching. If you're still watching, Jesus, thank you. But I highly doubt anybody else is talking to me. So hopefully you guys though did enjoy the show. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for a fantastic Friday episode. Good night.